Initially, a lot of cynics would have said, what has Bajrang got to do with Karnataka? I mean, let's talk about corruption, let's talk about potholes, let's talk about the alleged death of a contractor, let's talk about hijab, you know. No one is wanting to talk about so many colleges and schools have shut down there. It's an economic problem, it's a social problem. But no, Hanuman has taken over, as in he will dispose as to who will actually perhaps win the elections in Karnataka this time around. Let me go to Bhaskar, my colleague. Bhaskar, the importance of Bajrang Bali, as it were, because if you look at it, we'll come to what the Congress thinks about the Bajrang, because they've had a survey as well and they negate it. They say only 7% believe that it's going to be impactful. But tell me, Bhaskar Hegade, don't you think since this entire Bajrang Dal and BJP invoking Anjaneya started, the tide has changed?
Sudha, there are 2 points. About Congress's survey, they are not disclosed the sample size, number one, the methodology they have adopted. So that's why there is a big question mark about Congress survey about Bajrang Dal. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Coming back to this particular issue, so why PM raised this Bajrang issue or Hanuman issue in Ballari? There is an important, very interesting thing. I don't know whether you know this. There is a dispute going on between Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka about the birth of Hanumana. And the place Karnatakas and Kannadigas, and particularly the people from West Karnataka and the Northwest Karnataka, they think Hanuman born in Hampi. There is a place, I forgot the name, near Hampi. Okay, so that is why this Ballari is a very close place to Hampi, and this particular message, believe me, this particular message will certainly caters to the voters of this particular ring. Those who believe Hanuman took birth in Karnataka, and this particular story goes around, and PM basically resonated, amplified this particular aspect to further BJP's ideas in this election.
Suddenly to say we are the Congress party, we respect Bajrang Bali, we are going to set up a committee, you know there are so many temples, does the BJP even know so many temples of Anjaneya? It is, I think, very messy now. First you talk about Bajrang Dal, then you jump much like Lord Hanuman, you are jumping. Why do it? I think Congress, when it comes to Bajrang Bali, Anjaneya or Bajrang Dal, on both these issues, the Congress, like Bhaskar said, is totally confused, Professor.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Mr. Bhaskar mentioned about the birthplace of Lord Hanuman between Gangavati and Hampi. You know, that's a place. And that particular thing is still yet to be decided. I think, I mean, as long as Karnataka is concerned, the people of Karnataka have a lot of reverence for Lord Hanuman. And he is also most ardent disciple of Sri Ram. So this attachment, I don't think it is beyond caste or religion kind of impact or influence. So I would say that Prime Minister, being a statesman internationally and also in many of his policies, but he has also the quality of a politician. When he goes to the polls, he has a very intelligent and a very shrewd way of taking up the local issues, the local language, and also connect with the people. And second point, more important, which perhaps we should also tell our viewers, is that there is Mr. Janardhan Reddy, who has rebelled against BJP and he has started his own Karnataka Rajya Pragati Paksha and all that. So that kind of place, it needs a kind of advantage or kind of mobilizing greater support for BJP in that area, because if you lose 4-5 seats in that region, that is Ballari region, or which is something like the Kalyana Karnataka edge point, which connects with the Mysore, larger Mysore and all that. So Ballari is a very important place, and he knows that is where from Indira Gandhi was elected, and also many of the leaders who came there, they met Mr. Janardhan Reddy and took his whatever support those days. Now he is also alienated. That's okay. But this particular point of using Hanuman in that area, I think it's a very strategic move, and also it has some kind of advantage for BJP to justify its position of attacking Congress, saying that look, Congress is insulting Hanuman, but here are the party that protects them. And we are going to build temples here and there and all. But Congress also is under defensive move, because it's not in a position, as he said, Mr. Moili is coming to defend that, and Shivkumar going to temples.
Exactly.
He says, I am a greater devotee of Hanuman. He says, people don't believe that kind of clarification, justification by Congress. They would say, all said and done, BJP is a party for Hindutva, and more so for Hindu deities and idols and gods, goddesses. So therefore, people will certainly say, here is a party which will protect them after the elections, apart from development and other whatever programs or policies you have for 5 years as a elected government, any government for that. So BJP also has a kind of assurance, double engine advantage, local issues and also emotional issues. So both Hindutva and development, Mr. Modi is very intelligently and in an emotional way, he tries to connect with people, saying that you repeat what I say, Jai, 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 like that. That itself, I don't think any other prime minister has done in so many ways and so many times. That
Exactly.
coming 6 or 8 times in Karnataka. I think it has definitely some advantage to BJP. I don't know how far people, the voters will decide on 10th of May. But still, it has an edge over Congress, which has become very weak after making these two blunders of self-goal, that is attacking Hanuman and also saying that we will ban Bajrang Dal, and that kind of equation with the PFI, which is an internationally supported, funded terrorist organization. Third thing is, Sudha, I must also mention you that SDPI earlier said we are contesting 124 constituencies. Now they have come, reduced it to 16, and they have come out saying that the remaining constituencies we are going to support Congress. So that link, that kind of support, which is camouflaged through SDPI, which has got same kind of supporters from banned PFI. I think these are things that people of Karnataka and the voters will be very vigilant, and they will take it seriously. Whether this is going to be a big issue or not, that's not the point. The emotional kind of issues at the time of polarization, and also keeping the voters aware of these developments and kind of terrorist activities spread across, and also many people who are
Right,
caught are
Professor.
from
Right.
These are
Professor, the
things
thing
that
is, I like what you said, Professor. You said that Hanuman is a concept, and I think the very idea of respecting any god belonging to any religion or faith is also part of the secular fabric. After all, there are lots I know who go to Velangani church in Tamil Nadu. We also go to Ajmer Sharif. So I think somewhere the concept of saying Vande and Bajrang Bali ki jai to a large crowd perhaps works.